Welcome to this week's update on Battle for Giostone. This is not just any other ordinary blockchain game. It's a blockchain-enabled game that combines the excitement of multiplayer online battle arena or MOBA formats with the thrill of a never-ending evolution. Battle for Giostone is set to take both the MOBA and esports genre by force with its unique approach to rewarding players for their time, their effort, and their skills. If you're not familiar, we did a 4-part series on Battle for Giostone that you can find linked at the video below and in the descriptions below. Battle for Giostone is set in the multiplayer battle arena format where teams work together to approach and destroy an enemy base, a format gamers are already familiar with, particularly due to the intense popularity of League of Legends and Dota. Most recently, more than 5 million people tuned in to the League of Legends finale that took place in San Francisco. As esports continues to grow in popularity, Battle for Giostone is positioning itself as the catalyst for a widespread adoption of web3 gaming when it comes to the mobile format. Battle for Giostone team has been hard at work, especially when it comes to gameplay. First of all, the movement of the heroes and creeps has been improved. As you can see on the screen, it's much smoother, and on par with some of the biggest games in the space that you'd expect with a final polished game before release. On top of that, new abilities have been added, along with animations. Every in-game ability has gotten meticulous detail for animation, as well as the main menu interface. One of the core changes the team made was to make it more competitive, is each match will last 30 minutes. Most traditional MOBA matches can last between 15 minutes and an hour and a half. So the team decided to standardize that process. They're going to take the first 25 minutes will be in the classic MOBA style, where you can see here, where the main goal is to destroy the enemy structure. If neither team meets that victory condition, all the players are going to be summoned to a sudden death round, similar to like a battle royale that you see in like Fortnite and Call of Duty, where the territory will shrink and the teams will be forced to fight. This brings all sorts of new possibilities for tactics, strategies, and competitive play that we don't see in any other MOBA style game. Battle for Giostone also has spent a lot of the last couple of months partnering up with major players in the space, one of which being Parcel, who's a marketplace for next generation of gaming. Parcel put together this graphic, which I think is really interesting because it shows a depiction of the heroes, their strengths, and kind of exactly how you can create characters. On the latest update, Battle for Giostone stressed that it's always going to be a free-to-play game. There's going to be 10 free heroes that are going to rotate every week so that new players can experience different dynamics to see if they're interested in certain types of gameplay. However, there will also be players players can craft their own heroes as well. They can select a hero class, like one of the ones you see here, and 4 abilities out of a total of 72 selectable abilities, which means there's over 3.5 million different combinations that will keep players from all levels trying to compete and try to figure out which real combination works best for their playstyle and is also competitive. Apart from the digital collectibles, they're going to create unique Genesis hero collections that will never be produced again that will be mintable. These heroes are not going to have any differences apart from their appearance during matches to make sure that even if you have a Genesis hero, you're not going to be able to overpower someone on the free-to-play level, which is a great thing. But they're going to introduce unique holder perks over time that'll separate the unique Genesis heroes from the free-to-play model. The skins for the Genesis heroes are going to be valid for an entire hero class. That means no matter what hero you're using, if you need to shift to a different meta and you just want to flip over to that skin, it's going to transfer to that other one, which I think is great. So you don't have to, figure out you don't like a certain play style and then try to buy one off the marketplace. You should be able to transfer that over. So they don't really have any additional benefits that they're going to share at the moment besides that. But they did tease out recently that they're going to introduce more over time as the game comes to release and as we see it go on. So I think it's going to be incredibly important to hold a couple of these, especially when we're looking at potential rewards from any sort of in-game or out-of-game activity. I think it's worth stashing 1 or 2 if you can get your hands on them. And I think this is a great graphic, again, that Parcel team put together that kind of gives you a look as the game gets closer and closer to release on kind of where you might want to fit in your playstyle if you've played other MOBAs before, or if you're a big esports fan and you can try to see which classes might be the strengths and weaknesses against which ones, and how you could pair together your team to create the best possible combination, and then test that out once it goes live, or jump into the BFG Discord where you can get and actually play the game now in the kind of the pre-alpha version to test out exactly what you think you like. And one of the biggest things I think to update in this video is the current status of the Primal Giostone League. If you remember from our previous videos, there was going to be an esports tournament the team was running that they had to delay, unfortunately, just to make sure that the game was fully ready for an esports type event, to make sure that the play was balanced, fair, and also fun for both players and viewers alike. And I think that we're almost there, and we've seen them start to ramp up the news of the upcoming tournament and the prize pool has actually grown now to over $25,000. It's going to consist of 32 teams, 16 of which are from Europe and 16 are from Asia. They're going to compete over the course of 4 months, and it's going to be full production studio is going to be equipped, along with hosts, casters, commenters that are going to follow each match. It's really set up to look like a professional esports event, which I think is a huge step forward in Web3. They're not just going to run it and then just kind of let it go and update at the end of the game. They're going to comment throughout. There's going to be professional productions. We've got some shots of the studio that we can see on their Twitter, and all the teams are ready to go, and they were just tweaking the final changes to the game to make sure it will stay competitive. And I'm extremely excited to see how this plays out, and I'm definitely going to be tuning in. They also released news that they're going to be giving away all sorts of things to both players as well as viewers. So if you're interested in whitelist, potentially getting some of those hero NFTs, it's definitely worth tuning in. You can also get a first-hand look at some of the meta that's going to be forming before the game is even released in its full version. So definitely worth tuning into just to kind of check the game out, see who the players are, and see exactly how their playstyle is. And the final thing I wanted to update is the open call that BFG is doing for content creators and streamers. You can go right to battleforgiostone.com/streamers and you can find out all about it. But as we mentioned in a couple previous videos a couple months ago about, if you're interested in becoming a content creator or a streamer of Web3 games and kind of how to get started on Twitch, we kind of covered that in a previous video, but I think this goes hand in hand with a perfect opportunity for you to potentially start getting paid just to play the game. You can go to their website and find out all the information that you want. Basically, all you have to do to become a streamer for Battle for Giostone is jump into their Discord or jump here, click on the apply button. You enter your basic information as far as their channel name and all that. The staff will verify the information to make sure that everything you put on there is legit. Your followers are legit, and then they'll reach back out to you on kind of what exactly they're looking for. You want to maintain a good social media presence. They want you to be able to live stream for more than 10 hours a week. And ideally, they want you to have, some sort of following, especially, if either you're good at MOBAs, you've got followers that are in the esports or MOBA space, and you basically have a decent live streaming setup where your camera is decent, your video card and everything is decent to make the game look as appealing as possible to people who might be viewing you. So if you don't have a lot of followers right now or it's something you want to get into, I would just invite you to jump into the Discord, download the game, stream a couple things on your own, just kind of play around with the settings. There's a ton of videos out there that'll help you set up a good layout for becoming a Twitch streamer, or YouTube, wherever you're going to stream to. And then just take advantage of that and try to see if this is the right fit for you. If you didn't have any incentive to do it before, you can see exactly what you need to do to work for becoming a streamer to actually get paid to play games. Will it be life-changing amount of money? Probably not, but you never know. You could get great at the game and become one of those top players within the esports arena, and you're going to be one of the first on the Web3 side. So take advantage of it if you can. I think it's a great thing that the team is doing to help raise awareness of the game itself, and you can see kind of exactly what you could get paid per month based on how many hours you stream. So you can kind of get an idea of no matter what, you'd be getting paid from the team, and that's in addition to whatever Twitch would pay you if you were a larger time streamer based on ads and everything else in game. So just take a look at that, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me or jump in the Discord. The team's always available to catch up with and ask questions and answer questions. So hopefully that gives you a great idea what the Battle for Giostone team's been up to over the past 5 or 6 months now, and we're looking forward to the league releasing and how that plays out over the next 4 months, and the game continuing to receive updates as well, and just being ready to see it in its final full version when it's released in the near future. So hopefully you have a chance to check out the game, jump on Twitch, check out some of the streams that are available, give us a like and follow, and check out the previous videos we've had from Battle for Giostone, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.